Hello. Okay, so I started the stream and then immediately my neighbor started like banging on something, so I think it's probably gonna happen more, but you know it happens. Um, so that's what's happening. But yeah, so otherwise we're good to go. We're gonna get started. We got some work to do today. Mostly on honestly just trying to do business stuff today. I want to find some new editing, freelance work, and that's what we're gonna kind of focus on today. So we're gonna do it as hours of work, yeah, that's where we're at. We've actually had a super productive day so far already. I think my captions should be on, but I'll double check and make sure they are. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. I have to figure out how to get this to show the chat because it's stupid that it still isn't showing the chat. So let's Google search that actually right away. I'm sure there's an easy little option somewhere that I'm missing. Okay, yeah, see, there it is. Streamlabs OBS not showing chat. But I'm so happy with this greenery here because it's amazing how much I cannot see them and how much they cannot see me. It's just it's so perfect. Okay. It's chat not working, it's chat not showing. Oh no, I don't need a chat box on the screen. There's got to be a setting somewhere that I'm missing. They're so loud. Oh my god, it wasn't doing that until literally like the last 3 minutes. It started happening. How long have I been streaming for? Oh dear. Okay. Whoa. Alright, well, I'll start the timer off because, I mean, this is all part of work, so I'm just trying to really, I guess, diversify? Is that a thing? Don't like that. So Twitch is one important part of that. Okay, so let's start the timer going. I need to change the colors on this timer. It's still got my gold colors, but I haven't done that yet. It's fine on this one actually, so I've got the gold bar up here, but we'll fix it. Oh, that is definitely not where I want to be. My captions working? Okay, my captions are working at least, so that's good. Hey Tanchi, how are you today? How's it going? Oh, I've also got a bunch of stuff. I have so much stuff to do. My to-do list today is insanity long, and I have actually completed some stuff. So let's start crossing some things off so that I don't feel like a completely crazy. Okay, what have I done? What haven't I done? I haven't done any of those. I did this. I did that one. I did some TikTok editing and some video editing because I have some Met Gala stuff I want to post. haven't finished it yet to post because it's quite a lot of video work. But I did do a quick little video of the sketches to post to my like Instagram stories, so I have to do that. I did photograph some of my new ID documents, so that's good. So I have them on my phone now. Oh, I have to do my planner. I'm like so far behind on my planner. That's an important one. So I've just been like filling in this week. Not really. What else do I have to do? I have to order a new mattress. I feel like I have more things to do, but I think they're all already on here actually. Okay, I don't want like themes or overlays. I want like the actual program itself is not showing me the chat. This is not, it's not something I want to put on the video. I want it to show up for me while I'm using Streamlabs. Okay, it's connected to Twitch, we know that. Oh, appearance, this sounds better. Sorry about the noise. Okay, let me open it in my other computer and see if it's see if there's a setting that's different that I can find, because it does show up in my other computer. Show the chat on the left side. Okay, I found it. I figured it out. It's under chat settings. Under appearance. Is it gonna work? Still not showing it. I might have to restart it to have it show, so I won't do that now. But I would be very excited if it did that. Okay, well it says it's changed. I guess I just need to... Yeah, I probably just need to restart the program, so we'll deal with that later. Yeah, okay, I won't worry about it for today then. I have been actually insanely impressed with how Streamlabs saves your frames, like your sources and your themes and stuff, because I had all of my frames set up with my different camera settings and text and everything, and I just copied the whole set of frames and pasted it and then started editing them, and it saves both, which is wonderful. Like when you're in one set, you're in one set, and you can make changes to something and it changes for every scene. But when you go back to the other set of scenes, it's not changed again, like it's still on the original version, and I'm super happy about it, because it I don't have to worry that I don't have access to the old ones anymore. They're still there, they still work, and the new ones are looking great, so I'm really happy about it. I just really wanted like absolute bare minimalistic. I'm actually really mad 'cause I spent like hours putting drop shadows behind everything, but then the program I used to make them transparent didn't keep the drop shadows. So I'm gonna have to try something different to put more drop shadows on them, because I really like the look of the shadows. They looked freaking amazing. But at least the borders did hold up. So, you know, it's alright. Oh, my legs are in the sunshine now. The umbrella's over there, but oh yeah, you can see the plants in the sun too. Okay, what do I want to do? I should probably not start with my planner, but then on the other hand, kind of I should. I don't know. Oh lordy. There's really no wrong answer here. Let's just do something, and your brain said planner, so let's do planner. Don't worry about it too much. Draw a planner. Okay. What layout are we gonna do? Okay, now I don't need this open on the other computer. I found it already. So close right away. Okay, and I can see the chat on this computer, so that's fine. Oh, I guess I should look up some inspo for what I want to do. Oh yeah, the sun is out. Well, the sun's been out all day, but the umbrella is off of the sun. So I will have to move it in a bit. I tried to set it up so that I would have to move it minimally, so like I can move it once over here, and then I might have to like shift over here and it should still work, but then, oh, I can also like lower it too. Forget about that. So I might try that too. Okay, planner inspo. Where's my planner inspo board? There it is. What is this? This is a mermaid month. Of course, because it's May. Mermaid planners. Let's go. Should get some more, something else to drink maybe. I don't know. Oops. This is great. The camera's not attached to the table anymore. It's on its own tripod. So I don't have to worry if I hit the table, the camera doesn't shake. So that's nice. Okay, what have I got going here? Oh, I need to save the Met Gala files. I haven't done that yet. They also went really wonky. Like, ended up the first beginning of that was such a weird disaster. That's right, when I was cooking it was like weirdly not working. And then even the Met Gala party ended up in 2 separate files. That's so frustrating. Okay, well, we'll just save the one file from the cooking co-working stream. The ones I was using last time as my evidence box. I did have some already picked out. I was getting a bit of a headache. That's not good. I haven't actually been in the sun all day. Like, I mean, I've been in and out of the sun quite frequently, but I haven't just been sitting in the sun, so kind of sad if I've got a headache like that. These are all sticker-based ones, which sometimes is inspiring for poetry, but more often than not, I need to find one that's... Come on. Oh, here we go, here we go. This is the ones I was thinking about. I recognize the art style. Okay, yeah, there's a fish, there's something blue, there's some whales and water and stuff. Okay, I can work with these. Okay, I haven't really done a vertical box one yet, and this week's almost over, so I might as well do it now. Yeah, okay. need to find a shop that sells my pens. I think I said this before, but I'm very picky about my pens, and not every shop carries them, but usually there's a shop in every town. There's a stationery store, an art store, some specialty store that carries them. Because they're the Pilot V5 pens, and they're the best pens of all time. Good. Curved, so I'll leave a little bit of a gap. Maybe this should have been pushed out a little bit more. That's okay. I'll pay a little bit more attention. I'm kind of getting a little bit too sloppy even for me. Dog barking? What is that noise? I don't know if you guys can hear it. I feel like this thing actually cuts out background noise pretty well, but there is an unhappy dog somewhere. I offset these ones, which is fine. Kind of interesting. car mode. Charge, please. Why aren't you charging? Okay, investigate the charging cable. I feel like it just wasn't plugged in very well. Is it charging now? Yes. Oh, goody. I need food at some point too. I haven't really been thinking about food yet today. I had like breakfast earlier. Kind of some coffee and snacks, but nothing big yet, so I guess I should think about dinner some point here. I want to do more cooking on stream and stuff, so although I was saying it is much easier, but not when I'm outside. When I'm outside, it's not necessarily any easier to get inside to do a cooking stream. I suppose I could just leave the stream running and come back with food. I'm not hungry right now anyways, so not a big issue yet. The problem is this pen, it definitely builds up and starts leaking when you do a lot of lines like this, so it's not really designed for this kind of work. I need to get a fine liner or something. No, that's not working. I'm not going to do the mistake I made on the title page, which was screwing up the slant of my letters. Still mad about that. That's actually a good little me. It's cute. No, I just wanted a big old tail, didn't I? Pretty easy. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then what have we got? Okay. It's Sunday the 30th and then Monday the 1st. Is that correct? Yeah. It's the 6th today, Saturday. Perfect. Okay, good. That was pretty good and didn't take too long to do. Next page. We'll put some color in there later too. What's wrong with this? I already screwed up the most important part of this one. Damn it! Okay, well I guess I'm not doing it for this one. What was I doing there? Why did I This is why I'm not big on bullet journaling, because my brain is just not set out to like do the kind of little fiddly detail work that makes this really good. Oh, the sun is coming up. I'm gonna have to move the umbrella. I can feel it. Yeah, like I am not the measure twice, cut once person, and definitely not on something like this. So like half of these things are just like, this could have been solved with just a little bit of measurement. But no, we did not want to do that. It's just for me, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, what are the dates for this week? Ends on the 7th, I'll start on the 8th. Okay, and we'll use the lines that I wanted to do here instead. Okay, that's up to the 14th. We haven't done any decoration on that one now. We do have space for some. Do some waves or something. the more important thing than the decorating is the actual days of the week, so let's do the next one. Okay, let's actually try to do the boxes I just tried to do and failed at. Let's try to do it again. Hey Meowfa, how's it going? What's your day been like so far? Do that to myself. Ooh, and I made Sunday gross too. Okay, that one's not too bad. Alright, I need to move that umbrella. Sun's getting pretty strong. Alright, that'll just be a little bit different. Ah, quit it. I'm not drawing on a flat surface, so I'm getting more errors than I would be otherwise, which is also fun. I should just put something down here. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Anything's possible. Well, maybe they're kind of cute and weird. I guess that's what we're doing. They're certainly not consistent. That actually does look cute. And what are the dates on this week? Ended on the 14th, so let's double check this because we're a couple weeks off. So, yep, should start on the 15th. Circle or box? Now I got one of them right. There we go. Alright. That's fine, that's fine. Week of the month. Vertical ones yet. Any horizontal ones? break time. Okay, well I'm gonna take a break and like move stuff, I guess then. Okay, I do know what I'm doing for this next one. I'm gonna try to redo something similar to what I just tried to do, but better. Let's reset the timer though. We are getting stuff done. Alright, breaky break. Perfect, I'll break and move it over a bit. Center that a bit more. Okay. Alright, let's see if there's anything we can do about that umbrella. It just needs to be shifted. Darker. Alright, I'm gonna go grab something to drink. Success. I found some green tea and a little tiramisu. And I remembered that I don't need to cook really, well, I mean I need to heat it up, but I have leftovers from yesterday. Kind of some pasta and like a little cheese appetizer and stuff, so some good stuff. That makes it pretty easy. Oh yeah, that's better without the sunlight streaming down quite so strongly. Hey, Saint V1 Douse, how's it going? You let me know if you pronounce that differently. Oh, God, I'm so bad at this. There we go, I got this one right. Wow. I really need to get writing on something more solid. This is stupid. That's why I'm putting myself through this. Oh my god, I started watching Community for some reason this week. I do not know why that came back on my mental radar, but I'm like, I'd never watched past this season where they get rid of Chevy Chase and like kind of, and they're all graduated. But now I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it. Also, one of the episodes had different subtitles for the theme song, and that theme song is weird, right? Like the opening line for that theme song has always been subtitled, with lyrics that make no sense. You're just chilling? Very nice. What was it? Is it? So like the way it's usually subtitled is, "Give me some rope, tie me to dream." Which like, what the f does that mean? But one episode was subtitled, the lyrics were subtitled as, "Give me some more time in a dream." Which when you hear the song, the words absolutely, like that's, you can hear that's what they're saying, and it makes way more sense. So I'm kind of assuming that that's the actual words that should always have been said, because those make a lot more sense. But then it switches back immediately to the weird lyrics the next episode. So I'm like, well, one closed captioner knew what they were doing, and then the rest are all just stuck on this weird pattern. But yeah, it's weird because, yeah, like the show was, I don't know, I really enjoyed the first couple seasons of it, and then it just kind of fell out of favor, I think, and then everyone stopped watching it. But yeah, kind of watching it more. Okay, this is not the nicest one. It's kind of like black marks all over it, but I think it's fine. Cool. Just chilling, very swag. I like it. Just dropped my water bottle. I don't think it broke though. It is still rolling away. Stop! The balcony is clearly not level. Also, can we all just appreciate that it did not fall on the power bar or spill on the power bar, and none of the electricity was involved in that little adventure? So that's great. I don't even know what I did. What did I do? Hit it with my hand or something? Weird. Yeah, it was glass. But yeah. didn't break. I actually have a backup. I love this bottle so much, and I have the matching cups. So I actually have a backup bottle for this if it ever does break. So I love it. And yeah, I didn't expect it to be that quick. But it actually isn't broken, so we're good. We're still good. Don't worry, it's all good. I'm gonna need to get... I drop stuff all the time on this channel. It's like constantly. So I have a mouse drop counter and a keyboard drop counter. I'm gonna need a water bottle drop counter. God. Oh, I guess I need some dates in here, some numbers. Okay, so that ended on the 21st. It'll be Monday the 22nd. And that takes us almost to the end of the month, so we'll leave it there. I should probably draw some little, I don't know, details or something, or fun in here, so it's not just boring, but I'm also kind of bored of it right now, and I needed it practically speaking. So I might just leave it. If I do leave it, that feels very dangerous for me. I feel like if I don't do it, it will just sit there, and then it'll be like 3 months later, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I never actually colored in May. Oh dear. See, this is so stupid, because if I'd done this right, that would have been the perfect spot for May up there. And there isn't, because I didn't. Right here.
Yo.
Oh, alright, time to put it back on timer mode. Oh, and I guess I can update this too. Definitely done an hour work. I didn't want to spend more than 1 hour on my planner. I guess I am almost finished. Yeah. It's cute actually. I'm pretty pleased with this. I've never tried to draw waves. in the shape waves in the shape of a moon, and apparently I actually can do that. So you know, you never know till you try. Whoa, that's cute. And for some reason they drew like a little... like planetary radius kind of atomic circle around it, but that's fun. I guess because it's in the shape of a moon. Sure, I'll allow it. Oh, I didn't change it back over to work mode. There we go. Cute, okay, that's fine. Not gonna worry too much about any of these. Yeah, that's probably good enough for now. Okay, we're done with the planners. What next? Portfolio stuff. Okay. Okay, what went on this first week? The Met Gala was this week. That's right, I should write in some of the stuff that actually happened this week, otherwise I'll lose it. Okay, so Monday was kind of gardening. Tuesday was the Met Gala. And that's because it was technically Monday, but for me it was definitely Tuesday, so. Let's do setup over on Monday. Setup. Met Gala. Third, I did co-working, and then I went to the doctor. More fashion illustration. Tuesday I did a bunch of clothing. Friday went to the lake. the RPG. That's the other thing I did. And then today is Saturday, and we are doing co-working. Planner stuff. Live stream on this day. Cool. Okay, now we're actually done with the actual planning part, not the bullet journaling part. Okay, we'll put that aside. What's next on my to-do list? A million billion things. Okay. Oh, there's an email I have to send, and I don't want to because I already tried to send it and it didn't go through, and so now I've got to find the right email address, and I don't know if I can, so I'm very much like not excited to go through this task. Does anyone else ever do that thing when they're eating tiramisu and there's cocoa powder on top, but as you take a bite you breathe in and the cocoa powder goes straight into the back of your throat? Oh, I do that all the time. I think by default I breathe in when I'm eating because like you taste it better, right? Like you smell it and it tastes better. Oh, but I have to consciously remember not to do it with tiramisu because I always get cocoa powder in my throat. Oh, it's so dumb. Okay, let's cross some things off here. Bullet journaling, done. Okay. Streaming, I am doing that currently as we speak. Got a lot of stuff done with AI this week. So I found a new one called Perplexity, and I might have talked about it before, but it's like a competitor, or like, I don't know, a similar program to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is not allowed in Italy, so I have to use a VPN to access ChatGPT, but I don't need to use a VPN to access Perplexity. So I've been using that one more, and I tested them out at first kind of to see what the differences were in the answers they gave, and they're pretty similar. They give pretty similar answers. So I'm like, okay, I'll stick with Perplexity right now because it's just easier to use for me, and I've been really excited about it. I had to write a note to my landlord the other day, and I'm like, can you help me write a note that says X, Y, and Z, and ask for this? And I wrote the note, she got it, she did the thing, so like, it's worked. I'm really pleased with it. Okay, I've got to sign off from the Dracula daily this year. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that this year. Although I never finished it last year. I only got like halfway through. Not even. I probably got like a third of the way through. Okay, I do have a couple. Actually, I have a bunch of emails I need to check up on, so let's go through some of these. While we're in the email zone, might as well get something done. Okay, I want more tiramisu, but I need to not kill myself. Oh, I'm also getting sleepy, so maybe I should make a coffee or something. Yeah, I'm gonna go start with that. I'm gonna need more than that because I want to keep going. I've only been streaming for an hour, and I said 5 hours. Phone drop. I said 5 hours, so at this point I'm going to be too sleepy in 5 hours. So let's make a coffee. Alright, where am I? Email about 3D in fashion and design. Okay, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, I forget that when it gets closer to the sunset, the wind picks up. I'm like, why is it windy and cold? Yeah, because I was saying to someone else like how I'm really excited to use these the lights out here in the summer, but like I'm like it hasn't been warm enough to use them yet because it gets cold when that sun goes down now still. Actually, last night it was pretty warm all night, but yeah, the sunset itself is pretty chilly with the wind. Okay, this is super cute. This is an underwear brand that is compostable. So you wear them until they wear out, and when they are worn out, you plant them. You plant your pants when you're done with them, and that's fun. Like that's good branding. I feel like that would sell in like California and stuff. Like I feel like most natural-based clothing can be compostable, but then it's actually surprising how much stuff is so treated that it's not compostable. So anything that's made out of like acrylic or polymers, like all of that sort of the fibers that we don't think are plastic anymore because they don't feel like plastic anymore, but they are. All of those, and then half the time you have all these like cotton blends, right? So it's a cotton shirt, but oh wait, there's actually some little bit 1% this, 1% that, 2% this, or 10% that, and it's like, well, that makes a difference. Now the shirt is not just as easy to compost anymore. Like half of it'll break down, but then the other half is just gonna sit there and be plastic, taking much longer. So it's really interesting. And blended fibers are a problem because I mean, okay, so blended fibers exist for a reason. They're very useful. They create much better properties of the fabric for the clothing, like for the person wearing the item. But blended fabrics are harder to break down and harder to recycle because now you have like a mixed blend thread but in order to, the consistency and property of that thread is related to the fact that it's evenly woven in the string. To try to recycle that, reuse that, break it down, now all of those different fiber types are mixed and conglomerated, and they don't re-blend nicely, because you can melt plastic but you can't melt cotton, etc., etc. So there's kind of all these interesting things to pay attention to in clothing sustainability, and thankfully the industry is really paying attention to it now. I think that's a big marketing, selling, important point for a lot of companies, especially new ones. Okay, so this email is about someone who's using Durable.co and 10web to build custom websites for clients, even though he doesn't even know coding. And I'm like, okay, well, I already know a bunch of skills. Like, why can't I do this? I can do this. Go over my notes too, because I have, oh, they're right here. Because I have all this stuff, and I have a bunch of text now saved on my computer for editing, publishing, translating, and copywriting. So I just need to kind of start publishing it and posting it online through the real internet, so other people can see it and hire me. I need to do the thing where you can take a YouTube transcript of a video and ask AI to summarize it for you or highlight the most important points. So I think I need to do that. So I keep trying to do that and then getting like sidetracked by other stuff that's also important, but it's not the one thing I'm trying to do. Oh, look at this email. Do you find yourself overwhelmed by a never-ending to-do list and having trouble staying focused? Oh, I wonder if that's everyone. I'm on this one business email list, and it's really good. Like, it's a good list. Like, they have lots of really good information and advice and workshops and tons of good stuff. But then sometimes they get a little bit into like the astrology woo, and I'm just like, oh, really? Okay, yeah. If you're a Taurus, you might be good at setting boundaries. Oh, okay, that's very exciting for you. Maybe. Actually, like, honestly, most of the Tauruses I know are not good at that. It's like, it's so much garbage. Can we just move on from that? And I like all that stuff. Like, I like kind of fun stuff, like when it's fun, but when you're trying to use it to actually like plan your life, it's a problem. Like, I like this. Like, use Mercury in retrograde as an opportunity to reflect on your boundaries and make sure you're communicating them well. That's fine. That's just like it's not dictating something it can't possibly know. It's just telling you, here's a reminder that it's something you could focus on right now. You know, so that otherwise you're focusing on it all the time. Here's a particular priority for right now. I like that when it's kind of more like advice kind of thing, rather than, hey, this is what's definitely happening right now. It's like, no, it's not doing anything, but it could be an opportunity. Oh, Shopify's got an AI now. Instagram added the ability to add 5 links to your bio? Holy! I wonder if that's everywhere, just like America. I still haven't changed my freaking YouTube name. Because that happened right when I was in the middle of moving. And I have all these YouTube channels and I got all the emails being like, hey, you can change your name now. And I'm like, fuck. My username. I need to do that. Goldman Sachs predicts that the US may surpass its borrowing authority sooner than expected. Impending recession? Possibly. This is smart. Okay, so this person's saying, as an add-on, they do social media marketing, right? So this is very appropriate, but it's flexible, right? You could use it for other things. They do an add-on to their social media clients because they found someone on Fiverr who would make little GIFs for them for their own social media, and it cost them $100 for 5 of them. And they're like, oh, I know who else would want this, my clients. And if I charge them $200 up to $500, it's 5 GIFs. They don't know how to do it. Just made $400, made $100, you know, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, just like adding things on that you don't have to do yourself. And obviously you have to make sure it gets done, make sure they like it, make sure there's communication, so there's work involved. Okay, I like that. That's a good tip. See, I would totally take this person's course if it wasn't like $2,000. Like, no, I don't. Learn it for free for less than $2,000. And like, it's funny because I think I said this before on the channel, but she literally says, like, everything I teach you can learn for free. It's just going to take you longer. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. She's like, I learned everything I do for free. You can do it too. I'm like, all right, let's do it then. Okay, here's a good point. Make sure your cover letters have personality. Okay, let's write down some tips here. Yeah, people will often choose to work with someone or pay someone who's not necessarily the most qualified, but the person they want to talk to. Someone they enjoy talking to, and someone who they can communicate with, and that they have a... It's not like pulling teeth. Or talking to a robot. Which is ironic, because you can use ChatGPT to make you sound not like a robot. If you're like me and you default right like a robot. Use the robot to sound less like a robot. The system works. So this is something I really struggle with, or like I really struggle with expressing personality in a way that doesn't feel robotic or not at all, or like, yeah, and that whole like just be authentic thing. It's like, well, what if you don't know how to do that? It's like, what if your authentic self is a robot? Like, no, not like that. Oh, fuck. Just be yourself. No, not like that. Solid meme. Okay, clients will select someone they enjoy talking to over someone more qualified. This goes both ways too, like if you're trying to hire someone too, especially like someone who's in demand. Be a cool person. They will be more likely to work with you, or, you know, make it work. Put a personal spin on things you run through ChatGPT. How, though? She didn't tell us how. I have had good luck with saying things to AI like, make it more casual, make it more friendly. That's actually has worked. Put a personal spin on things you run through AI. The final line of the show The Office is, "There's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point?" What a great final line. Yeah, kind of ties the theme of the show all together. I don't really watch The Office, but I've seen episodes of it. I know that whole idea. But wow. Because yeah, it's definitely about like, you know, the mundanity of office life, but like fun and the people, and which I totally agree with. Like, life is about the people you spend it with. Like you guys, audience. It's actually one of the reasons I really like Twitch, because I find the audience here is really nice, really friendly, really community oriented. Like, people want to come back and talk to you and, you know, pick it up what they were talking about previously on other days, and I just really like that. I find it's really nice. It's because so many platforms are just so like flash in the pan. Like on Instagram, you can, you know, even have like a multi-comment conversation with someone, but then they're gone forever. Like they will never, you know, see your page again. And it's like, oh, on Twitch, people actually like return, which is nice. You actually get to know people. And I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do that on like Instagram and other stuff too, but I'm not good at it, so. This one I like. Oh, that's cute. This is an artist with like 50 portraits of his dogs. That's so cute. Like, it's like a real artist who like does real paintings, and then like, but just for fun, he's done like all these paintings of his dogs sleeping. Love it. Oh, I still haven't finished Better Call Saul yet. Go outside challenge. I am literally outside right now, so I think I've got that one on lock. I have no problem getting outside when it's nice weather. It's really funny too, because a lot of these things where they're like trying to promote, you know, working for yourself and stuff. It's like, don't be stuck in a boring office all day. Don't be stuck inside all day. Work where you want. And I'm like, I do that. So I just need the work to be better, or more reliable, more consistent, less risked. Something. Okay, I'm getting through a bunch of emails, so that's good. Yeah, look at this. When you could be a beach bumming boss. Like, okay, don't worry about that part. Although I keep wondering if I should just get a day job here, like just get a bartending job or something like that. But I really don't want to do that. I don't want to have to deal with going into work every day and not, you know, like, I don't speak good enough Italian to get a high-paying job, so it's just going to be like bartending, which, and you know, you make some tips, but not good tips like in America or Canada. So it's like, I don't really want to do that. Plus, it's probably also not good on my wrist. Okay, this is a good thing. It says, you know, set a timeline of 6 months. That's probably a good point to have this functioning. I mean, I need it to work sooner than that. I want it to work this month, start getting jobs, but start getting new freelance clients, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, I missed both of these workshops because I haven't opened this email in time. That's okay. Oh, this person had the highest funded fashion project in Kickstarter history. Okay, so yeah, you're pretty... have some good information. Oh yeah, I did see this person's business plan template. I guess I should open that. Finish filling it out. So I think I filled out like a page or two, and then I didn't have time to keep going, and I had to restart the computer so it wasn't still open. So I forgot about it completely because it was out of sight. And that's what my brain do. There's no tips in that one, that was just marketing. It'll be better. See, I hate it when they get to some of this stuff because it's like, oh, I don't have time to do this. And it's like, well, how much time do you spend scrolling on your phone or watching Netflix or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, usually the answer to that is none because I fucking do not spend time on anything. But the last week or two, it has been quite a bit. I've been watching quite a bit of Netflix and stuff. But, you know. So, yes, this week is going to be more productive and on track. But yeah, like a year ago, before I ended up with all the moving stuff, it was definitely like, the answer is I have no extra time that I could afford to put on anything. But it was good, though. I was getting stuff done. That's the idea, right? It's just really frustrating when I've spent so much time and energy putting into stuff like social media for my art and stuff and have zero results from it. Like, I think I made 22 cents from Redbubble last month, like, and probably zero before the month before that. Like, it's just 22 cents. I have put so many hours of work and money and time, and effort into that business, that social media, that marketing, and it's just there's zero goddamn return on it, which is very frustrating. And it's like, well, what am I doing wrong? And it's like, well, I know some of that is that I haven't updated my stuff I'm posting in a long time. I've just been posting the same stuff, or the same style of posts, so I do need to update what I'm posting, do better reels and stuff like that. But it's like I don't have the mental brain space for it because it's not paying off, and like I can't guarantee that if I spend a whole bunch more time and effort on it, it will pay off. So it's like, well, that's the idea. You have to risk it, risk the investment of the time and the money, and eventually one of them will pay off. But until then, it's very frustrating.
Yo.
Alright. Break it diddly break. And the timer today is more for like just keeping an eye on how things are going, because I'm kind of just doing the same stuff no matter what. But I am getting things done today, so that's good. I got laundry done earlier today. My sheets are almost dry. Well, they should actually be dry by now. They've been out for hours. Texas. Oh, confirmation for that appointment. Oh, good. That's important. Oh, is that what I did the other time when I knocked over the water bottle? I hit the table. Probably. I just almost did it again. The webinar is also over, and it was about delegation, so that would have been a good one for me. Oh, this is a good case study. It's someone who only has 1,000 followers on Instagram, but they launched a new program and yeah, actually made good sales. So this one was not about AI, but that's very interesting. Is that a read? Position yourself as an expert. That's what they keep saying, but it's easier said than done. Did you know the idea to get 10,000 steps in a day is not based on any research at all? It is solely based on a marketing company from Japan in the 60s that developed a pedometer, and probably the first one or something similar, and wanted to market it, and people didn't care to count their steps. And they're like, well, if you get 10,000 steps in a day, that's healthy. And they just made it up. And the only research that we do have shows that, yeah, people who walk and are not sedentary, if you walk every day, you live longer. So go for a walk every day, but don't worry about getting 10,000 steps because that number is made up. But yeah, do go for a walk every day. That's super, super important too. Go for a walk outside if you can too. Get some fresh air. Walk around your neighborhood. Move your body. Move your legs. You will absolutely live longer if you make that priority every day. But if you like doing the 10,000 steps because it reminds you to get out there and do it, no harm in it. It's really nice actually. It's like on my leg and my arm. What email list is this? This is smart. Make sure your website is clear as possible in links and names for stuff. When you get cute with what you name stuff, like if you name your blog Musings, this confuses people, and confused brains do not make decisions. Very true. They just leave whatever it is that's confusing them. Make all navigation as clear as possible. Oh, I know what email that is. One of my co-working, it was a local Toronto community co-working group. The girl who ran it, because she used to run a physical office, she switched to being a florist, and so she recommended a different kind of similar type of group. So I think that's what that email was from. So I'm like, who is this? I don't even know. When did I sign up for this? But I think that's what I did. Yeah, this article is talking about, what was email is talking about how one thing we have to be really careful about is that how programs like ChatGPT and stuff will just make stuff up, and it's not necessarily true. It might be wrong. They don't know the difference. They'll just present it as a fact, which we've already had that problem on the internet for a long time, because people will say things that are unknowingly wrong or just don't do their research properly and just post things as fact. But once people start using this in things like research, in things like articles that might be posted to a very reputable site, now it starts getting cited again. And that kind of, those research, fact-checking, source-checking departments at responsible publishers are going to be very, very important in the future. Like, hey, where does this actual source go back to? It's like, oh, well, it was mentioned here. Okay, it was mentioned here. Okay, it was mentioned here. Okay, where was it originally mentioned? Right? Finding that line, because it's like, oh, this was just said everywhere. Well, if you don't have a source, stop saying it. Like the 10,000 steps. Oh, I still haven't tried using it to do language learning, because apparently you can use it to do that. Oh, and using AI to transform a text in another language that's written at a fluent native level of that language into something appropriate for your current ability to read that language. That's so smart. Like, just simplify it, but you don't have to translate it, just simplify it into an easier version of that language so you can still read it. Oh, that's really smart. Create your own, like, course syllabus of content just at whatever level you need. Oh, Duolingo's getting into it too. That's smart. If I worked for or owned Duolingo, I would absolutely be devoting an entire department to trying to optimize AI use in my Duolingo program. Because if I did any sort of language learning program, I would be pushing to get that going. And I'm sure there's a bunch of companies who are brand new who are making it work. Oh, I have something that needs to go on my to-do list. Check. ClickUp. Oh, I don't want to. ClickUp always takes so much. See, so many of the things I put off are things that take way longer than I think they're going to, and it's like, well, if you just knew it was going to take longer, maybe it wouldn't be so frustrating every time. But it's like, but it's also like, well, I don't have 2 hours to go on ClickUp and do that task. And it's like, well, that's how long it takes, so you will need to do it eventually. But yeah, the biggest problem is my brain says, oh, that'll take 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. No, it's going to take like probably 2 hours, because once I get there, not only will it take longer than I think to do the task, there will be other stuff I need to do. I will find all this other stuff that needs to be done. It might take 3 or 4 hours. Oh, that's one of the things about Perplexity that is nice, that it lists its sources. I think it's Perplexity that does that. And so it tells you what websites it used to summarize whatever it is they're doing. Yeah, and this is talking about how you have to make sure you check anything an AI puts out. Because this person asked someone to list evidence for something, and ChatGPT cited a review article, but it wasn't actually a review article, it was a case study. It had 3 cases, which is not the same thing as a review article, right? A review article is supposed to have like summarize the whole state of the field, or at least a part of it, not just 3 cases. So yeah, it's kind of misleading if you don't know what you're looking for. I think a lot of what teaching is going to become is that like this level of writing is not necessary for students to be like, I mean, obviously they're going to have to do it without internet on tests and stuff, but a lot of what needs to be taught instead is how to analyze whether writing is accurate or correct or relevant, and like to look at something, like to think critically about what this piece of writing has put out and be like, okay, well, now check, is that true? Is that accurate? Is that supported by the sources? Check the sources, right? Like it's just more research based. So everyone gets scared about like, oh no, people won't be able to write things. It's like, well, they will, they'll be able to do it much faster, but there's a skill involved.
Yo.
The skill is checking that what is being written is something you want to say. Because if you're publishing something, you're, you know, or submitting something for work, like it's still associated with you. You better make sure it's correct. That's a skill. And it's going to be the skill people actually need in the near future. Alright, we're back on a work period, so if you've been taking a nice little break with me, time to buckle down, get some work done again. Continue doing what I'm doing, which is going through my email. Oh, I never set my toggle tracker. I'm still on setup. I'm not doing setup. 2 hours. Okay, I think I am starting to get hungry, which is good. Coffee was good. So there's 2 ways to use AI to rewrite text at a different level. One is to just ask them to explain the concept in simpler terms, generally. And the other is to give them a specific text and ask them to rewrite it in a more accessible manner. And that way you know what they're using as a reference. Using AI to figure out jargon or particular specific terms that maybe you aren't familiar with, especially like in a specific industry or niche or sub-community. And using it to create a schedule, which I've done. I'm trying to start that schedule today. Today is day 1. Got a 7-day schedule for implementing this business. I don't know if I'm doing all the steps on day 1. I think I've skipped a bunch, but I still have 3 hours left, so should be alright. Oscar Dad, how's it going? Sorry, my chat's not showing up on this computer, so I have to remember to check it. How have you been? God, I'm gonna knock this bottle over again. One of the problems is that these tables have like the wooden slats, but they're not necessarily all level. So if I've got my bottle on a coaster, it doesn't necessarily mean it's very stable. I'm not gonna break this bottle. I love this steel bottle. Okay. This is a good email on 10 ways to use ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT to generate flashcards for something you're studying. That's a good idea. And obviously making sure you check that they're correct before you start drilling those flashcards. Using AI to find semantically related notes rather than exact keyword matches. This is something that needs to become a standard part of searches. So things like, like Google's algorithm and stuff, where it's not necessarily searching for like the exact words. Like, how Google sometimes say results, do all results have to include this word? Because we found a bunch that don't. Because it's not looking for the specific word, it's looking for related results. And if you could do that on your computer, it would make finding stuff a lot better, because maybe you're remembering the wrong version of the word and sometimes you can't figure it out because you used a different word. Especially iPhone's note search function is so bad. Like, I swear to God, sometimes it literally just won't show you the notes or all of the notes that include a specific word. And it's like, then you find, or especially if a word's repeated more than once in a note, in a document, and you look for it, it'll only show you the first time it's used, and it's like, well, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is it in the rest of it? It's really frustrating. Who was my favorite at the Met Gala? Okay. I had an answer for this, now I can't remember what it is. Who was my favorite at the Met Gala? Let me check. Okay, so I really liked Emily Blunt. I liked the black and white ones. Who was the other one that was really good? It was also black and white. Did you watch it? Did you have a favorite? The balcony is really nice today. It's been lovely. I got my roses. Oh. Hopefully they stay alive. I've never tried to keep roses alive before, and these ones are in a little pot, not a vase, so I'm gonna try to keep them alive. I don't know. I'm not confident in my ability to keep roses alive. Also, this is such a tiny pot, I probably need to repot it if I want them to live. Sidetrack, Met Gala. Hi, I'm ADD. Cardi B. I really liked Cardi B, so again, black and white. Oh, and then one of my favorites was a bit of a standout one. It was a bit different than everyone else. I don't know who this is. Kelsey Asbi Chow. I thought that red dress with the structured kind of shape was so good. Emily Blunt, like I said. Salma Hayek looked great. That was also, again, red, did a little bit different. Oh, and then Cara Delevingne. I felt like that one was like the most Karl. I like the black and white ones like Emily Blunt and Cardi B because they looked like what Karl wears, but as an evening gown. But I felt like Cara Delevingne's outfit felt like Karl's actual personality, like that kind of like just freeform, kind of fun, kind of breaking the rules, kind of. She still had the gloves, she had the white hair. Like I thought that was perfect. Oh, the other standout one, and I don't know who this is, Anok Yai. That dress, I don't know if it was even like necessarily related to the theme, but it was goddamn beautiful. Like that dress is just beautiful. Oh, another one that everyone loved was Jenna Ortega. She killed it, yeah. Like cute little gothic Lolita Karl Lagerfeld crossover, love it. I also really liked Jenny Kim. She looked like a cute little Chanel gift box. And I really liked Margaret Qualley. I had someone who said that it looked too casual for the Met Gala, but I thought she just looked nice. Other standouts were Michelle Yeoh. I thought she should have worn that to the Oscars. It's way more dramatic and fun. Dua Lipa. That dress just looked like a princess. See, I should be recording this. This is what I need to put on TikTok. And I haven't recorded it yet. And I really liked Chloe, is it Fineman? I don't know who she is, but I liked her little dress with the pink cat purse. Other standouts. Ashley Park looked good. Grace Elizabeth, I don't know who that is, but she looked great. Oh, and Gwendolyn Christie. I thought that was pretty, just a pretty dress. I liked all the bows. I liked all the capes. And all the men looked great. There was a lot of men who really did a good job with it, because all you needed to do was like put some jewelry on your tie, wear a pair of gloves, or wear a pair of sunglasses. And the guys who tried killed it. The guys who were boring were boring. But like, come on, this was so easy for guys to like be on theme. All you had to do was like one little extra detail. Well, a lot of them did really well. Overall, I thought they played it too safe, everyone as a whole. I feel like the night in general... Hey, Lanka, how's it going? The night in general didn't push as many boundaries as the Met Gala usually does, and I feel like actually this year the Oscars were more interesting. But both events played it pretty safe this year, which was nice because it means everyone was pretty. Like, there were very few outfits I hated at the Met Gala this year. Oh, actually, I forgot. I should tell you the ones I hated. Who did I absolutely hate? Okay. Alexa Chung. This... I wonder if I can get it to show up on camera. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the hell? Look it up. Alexa Chung, Met Gala. Like, it's the worst outfit. Like, I have no idea what she's doing with her hair. Like, she's got these little stupid, like, ribbons in her. She looks like a baby doll, like, that you find at the dollar store. And then she's got this, like, ruching lace. She looks like a grandmother's bathroom. It's hideous. My other fail of the night was Eva Chen, who just looks like a used, like, chocolate Hershey's Kiss wrapper. And Mirka Federer looks like a Muppet. Like, the dress is a good idea, but it's not working. But yeah, no, those three were my only, like, real standouts as I didn't like. I don't think the dress Olivia Wilde was wearing was worth it. Like, it's kind of interesting, but I don't think it was the right choice. And then Kristen Stewart needed a way better haircut. She's got like a fucking mullet on. Like, I get that she really likes those kind of masculine Chanel styles. Like, sure, whatever. But like, what is your hair doing? Oh. Anyways, but overall, there were not very many outfits I disliked. For the most part, everyone was very pretty, very lovely, glamorous. I liked it. How you fell asleep but saw some pics afterward. Who's your favorite fashion designer? I don't know at what point I was talking. Was it Karl Lagerfeld? Met Gala talk. Right? Yeah, no, I did a live stream too. I did some live sketching and stuff. But again, like I said, like, there actually weren't that many dresses that I like, I figured when I finished, I'd like go look back and want to sketch more of them. But like, I'm like, there aren't really any that I need to paint. Like, it's just, they're nice. They're fine. They're pretty, whatever. But again, especially because so much stuff was in black and white, I just didn't strike me as like, oh, I need to paint this. I need to memorialize this. But they were all very nice. Oh, Wonka. Cutie. But yeah, no, overall I was very pleased with it. And yeah, I thought it was just a really nice tribute to Karl Lagerfeld, who is such a iconic tastemaker and creative force of nature. So he had an insane career, and I feel like whether you like him or hate him, because a lot of people have controversies about, honestly, he's so tame. It's so funny compared to some of the other fashion designers in the world who've like, Dolce & Gabbana come to mind as having said pretty terrible things at some points. Karl Lagerfeld was pretty tame, and I can see why some people still don't like him, but overall, for all of these people are artists and they're fucking crazy. You have to remember that. They say and do and think stupid shit sometimes, but it doesn't mean they're not a great artist. And I honestly think Karl was pretty tame. I don't think he deserved to be canceled or anything. I think he was pretty great. So I was pleased with the night. Jared Leto in the cat suit. Yes, he actually did take that off. He took off the cat head and the whole cat body, and then he had a nice suit underneath with a cool cape. So he had the two outfits, which was great. But yeah, no, I love that he showed up as the cat, and then one girl showed up with like full cat makeup, and then one guy showed up like fully like in silver body paint with like a cat mask on. So there were a couple people honoring Choupette. If you don't know, Choupette was Karl Lagerfeld's cat. She is still alive. This cat is like absurdly spoiled. She was absurdly spoiled when Karl Lagerfeld existed. This is like the love of his life, and she's still absurdly spoiled. So anyways, Choupette was a known love of Karl's, and yeah, she has her own Instagram. This beautiful white fluffy cat. So anyways, that's why you saw people dressed up as cats. It was relevant. Okay, so this is talking about the difference. Sorry, we're back on AI again. This is talking about the difference between things like ChatGPT giving correct answers versus Wikipedia. Everyone was really worried that Wikipedia would be unreliable at first, but it's actually insanely reliable now. But it's only insanely reliable now because the community that developed around it was so careful to set this kind of standard, and it attracted the people who wanted to do that work for free, right? To fact check things and make sure it's reliable. But like, it doesn't mean that that's always going to be the case, or that anything else would be the case. Like the reason Wikipedia is reliable is because people fact check it, which is what I'm saying needs to be the skill that we teach in schools to kids now, how to fact check AI and find sources and actually boil it down to where did this information come from, even if it sounds true. It's like how when like typewriters came out, like, well, handwriting is still a skill you need, but actually you need the skill of typing way more. So teach that. And same thing with stuff like this. It's like, well, ChatGPT is not going to replace writing. Kids still need to learn how to write. But also there's a new skill that they probably need, and they're probably going to use more, which is fact checking things written by AI. You need to know how to write in order to fact check, but once you know that part, the fact checking is the bigger skill. Yeah, it says the best use of AI, at least for right now, is where the cost of an incorrect answer is minimal, or where you can look it up from verified sources yourself to double check. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Don't rely on things spit out by a machine unless you can back it up. Oh, they're bad at citations, yeah. They frequently, of course, because they just invent authors and studies and research because they're just putting things together. They don't have any sort of line in the sand that says not to combine shit. Like, right, you know, if they're like, well, I combined these two sentences to make this sentence, and this was the two papers I got it from, let's combine those into one reference. It's like, oh, that's not at all how it works. So that's kind of interesting stuff that AI does need to be improved upon, be worked upon. Do I like AI chatbots? I've been spending the last couple weeks getting really into AI, ChatGPT, Perplexity, kind of all of this stuff. Using it for business, using it for my personal life. I just used it to write a note to my landlord the other day. It worked great. Yeah, using it for everything. I really think this is I think it's big. I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to continue to get bigger. And I think the fact that it's so insanely amazing already, and it's like just come out for free and all this stuff, I think if you're not looking into it, you should be, and learning how to use it, because it is going to be important. And it's only going to get more important. Like, if you're not using it for your job, if you're not using it for your studies, if you're not using it for your personal life, like, you're missing out, and you are going to get left behind eventually, because other people are going to be using it, and they're going to look like they know what they're doing more. Or they're just going to be faster. Like, it doesn't mean it's better than a real person, but it's sure as hell faster. And quite possibly, in a lot of cases, that speed plus maybe a not quite as good as a real human doesn't matter if you can put out 10 of whatever it is in the same time a human person puts out one perfect one. And especially if that human person already knows what they're doing and they can edit and fact check, then hey, now you got 10 for the price of one. And their quality. I'm on board for it. I think it's very cool. And especially if anyone's tried it and been like, oh, it doesn't work, I can't get good answers out of it. It's all about learning how to prompt it. And you can find a million tutorials on YouTube or articles about how to talk to them and get really, really good answers, and how to get different answers, and how to get different style answers. It's like, when I've been writing stuff, I'll ask it to be like, oh, be more friendly. Can you rewrite that, but make it more casual, like stuff like that. And it seems correct. It might not actually be mathematically correct. And so I would definitely say, if you want something to give you complicated math answers, make sure you're checking something like Wolfram Alpha and not just ChatGPT. For basic stuff, obviously you're fine, because you could tell at a glance whether it's, correct or not. But or if you ask it to explain it and stuff like that, it can help teach you math. But yeah, be careful if it's giving you an answer to a math question that you have no ability to comprehend. You also have no ability to comprehend if it's correct or not. And these are things to be aware of and be wary of. That's funny, because this is talking about how, because language learning models like this kind of AI is based about like verbal conceptual abilities, which is like, even in humans, these are different skills. Like, mathematical logic is different than like verbal skills. And so, like, because they're so primed for this one thing, it can actually detract from their ability to do the mathematical stuff. That's funny. They can often fail at basic counting tasks. Yeah, like sometimes you can get like a list where it's like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. It's like, wait a minute. It talks about like how even humans can have like fluent verbal abilities but impaired reasoning, or vice versa. Might be able to explain a math concept well, but might be unreliable to actually use it. And that's the kind of thing that's going to get way more reliable in the near future. Like, the people working on these AIs, that's easy. That's an easy fix. Like, we already have the programs that do the math really well. So combining these is not going to be that difficult. Like, I'm sure there are difficulties in making that blend and work well in both dimensions fluidly. But yeah, that's not going to be a problem for very long. That's definitely going to be resolved pretty quick, I think. That was a good email. See, it's already getting cold. The sun's still not even set yet, but like, it's just a little... The wind died down, actually. It's still getting a little chilly. Just not quite good enough to be out on the patio in the evening yet. It will be. Give it another month and I'm gonna be like, it's too hot to be out here. And to be inside with the air conditioning. Whoa, the NYPD is telling people that putting like Apple AirTags, like GPS trackers in their cars can help with car theft. That's funny. Yeah, many times my wrist is getting cold. Not quite yet, but soon. This make noise. My ringer's turned on. That's annoying. This was actually a really good summary. It wasn't anything I didn't know, but it was a good summary of the difference from like clothing manufacturing, right from like full bulk, you know, mass production up through small batch production, on demand production, made to order, made to measure, and bespoke, and you know, all the different levels kind of. Can't believe I've been doing email for like, god damn it, like an hour and a half now. Oh, that's cute. This is local to Toronto. And instead of Rome wasn't built in a day, the ROM wasn't built in a day, and the ROM is the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto. That's a cute little local twist. But Rome fits better for me now. So I'm gonna get through my email before I moved inside and went through all that hassle. And I might have to stop the stream to do it. I'm not sure yet. I haven't tried to do it yet out here. But I am fairly experienced in moving my whole streaming setup from one location to another. To scale your business, I need to get the business running first. That webinar is not functional for me yet. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm getting cold. Oh, okay. God damn it. How many emails do I have left? I only have like 5 or something left. Not very many. Sometimes they can take like ages and I have all this stuff to move in. Okay, I'm gonna take a pause on the going through my stupid inbox. Inbox 0, what a joke. And start moving things inside. I do have a bunch of trays here. I invested in, well, they're cheap, but like a bunch of trays. I need to get more, honestly, because I use them and I don't have enough. Alright, I'm gonna start with all the glassware back to the kitchen. Try not to knock everything over. Poked in the head by an umbrella. Maybe let's make this while I'm doing this, and then we'll put it down. We're done. Okay, time to actually try to move this stuff inside. No, not yet. Okay, I'm gonna move the power of cables first. A couple more things I can move. We might lose the camera. Let me put it on the mouse. Oh fuck, I forgot. having trouble with the mouse driver on this, and I disabled the touch screen, or the touchpad driver, so I need the real mouse. I just need to, like, reinstall the driver, but I haven't done that yet. So it was glitching out and causing trouble, so I'm like, just turn it off. Deal with it later.